The thing that's always interesting to me when I talk about this work in diversity is I remind people that I've got 2 sons. And I say, if anybody has children or has dealt with children or has nieces or nephews, you're learning how to manage diversity every day. And so one of the first things that I realized is my oldest son, Julius, sort of went off to college, and the younger son was about to go. And I said, well, I want to stay sort of connected to Chris. And so when he was still in upper school, I said, the way I'll stay connected to him and sort of the way that I'll stay cool with him is through his music. And, you know, I listen to a little hip-hop, so I said, well, maybe I can stay connected to him that way. So Chris has very eclectic music taste. He listens to everything from Beyonce to Kanye to The Killers to U2 to Toby Keith. And I said, you know, Chris, Toby Keith really isn't good. There's better country music out there. But in any event, I remember I'm walking past his room one day, and there's this horrible sound coming out of his room. And I think there was a crunk rapper named Lil Jon. And I walk into his room, and I turn the CD player off. This is a few years ago. And the music's still coming out. And the music's coming out of his laptop. And he didn't even realize I was in the room. So he had his iPod earbuds in. He was text messaging somebody. He was watching a soccer game in a pip over in the corner of the laptop. He was having a communication with somebody in another city on an Apple MacBook. And, you know, all this stuff's going on. I finally pulled the earbuds out of his ear. I said, Chris, what are you doing? And he said, Dad, I'm doing my homework. And so in that one moment, I sort of realized that I'm not cool anymore. I'm not connecting to him the way that I wanted to anymore. He's what I guess we call a digital native, and I'm a digital immigrant. And the thing that upset me most, though, was that he was getting very good grades. So I'm basically trying to figure out, why am I so uncomfortable with this? Because when I did my homework, I didn't do it like that, and yet he's getting a good result. So the thing about this was, it's really about being clear about goals and objectives, especially when I was trying to, you know, we sort of decided on what the goal was, which is to get good grades, talking about results, and also really thinking about outcomes. And then the thing for me was learning to be more comfortable being uncomfortable. And so I think that all of us need to think about that in a way, especially when we're trying to talk about diversity and inclusion.